Howdy, folks. Hey, I had a video come across my deal today. Apparently, some cat, I don't know what his name, something searches or whatever. It's got to be a shill or deep state something. I mean, how pathetic is it? He got all that abilities to make a fancy video and so ignorant about the law. So the title of this thing was Sovereigns Give Legal Advice. And then it said, are you taking legal advice from sovereign citizens? Okay. Now, right off the get, a sovereign, which is a king in his own right, okay, a national, a sovereign, would not even think about giving legal advice because all we deal with is what's lawful, okay? Unless we step into the corporation or the commerce of the Admiralty Maritime Law, like I do as a secured party creditor, then I can practice and play their legal ease bullshit games. But I mean, the ignorance is beyond my comprehension with these people. So, like I said, first knee-jerk reactions like, what an idiot. But it just goes to show we're right over target if we're getting attacked like this by morons with 1,900 subscribers. So, folks, just do the due diligence. Look up what I'm talking about. This stuff is for real. This ain't no joke. I was also going to bring up about the birth certificate. Now, this is how you see that rivet? This is a copy, but there's a brass rivet that they put in this when you get your birth certificate duly authenticated. Now, this one's from the state. And then there's a seal that went over that one, and you can't take that off or it makes it null and void. And then there's the birth certificate, bond number. It's a bank bond, okay? So when you do that, when you duly authenticate your birth certificate, what you're doing is you're basically getting de facto federal government to admit that they created a straw man in your name, in all capital letters, of course. But so that's what you do. That's what I did when I first got in a secured party creditor. And you can start offsetting the debt. They were doing it way back in the 70s, and apparently it was working well back then, but the deep state just got so powerful that the A for V's, which was accept for value, return for value, those weren't working anymore because the IRS is straight up deep state. I mean, that's a Puerto Rican trust, and it's just horrible. But so, and then let's see. What else did somebody ask? Oh, somebody had said something yesterday about their grandpa or somebody used to talk about sovereigns and some of the stuff I was talking about. And I think what he was talking about was the old school secured party creditor, which you accepted for value through the House Joint Resolution 192. Okay, because that actually gave us as Americans a way to pay in a debt because we didn't have money. They took all the money in 1913. So anyways, a couple of senators, I think, from the Southwest sued the federal government, and they hurried up and passed House Joint Resolution 192, which was a hurry up loophole to give the people that could see the world for what it is and not what they're being told it is, a way of paying off the debt. So all you did when you got a bill, that's why I try to explain to people, when you get your car bill or credit cards or any kind of bill, it always kind of looks like a check, right? Well, that's because you're supposed to be able to just accept for value, return for value, put your autograph on a byline, date it, and send it in. Now, I had some luck with Department of Education. Had a student loan way back in the day, and I think it was like $8,000, and it ended up being like $50,000 or whatever. So what I did is I sent them in the authentication of debt. Well, they tried to balk a couple times, and then you just call them out on their bullshit. Like everybody said, David was one. You have to correct their errors, okay? Because these people are ignorant, okay? They're indoctrinated and they're ignorant. Just like the one that makes videos saying sovereign citizens give legal advice. I mean, the mentality there is just pathetic at this point. You know, it almost feels sorry for the dude. But anyways, and then somebody else had brought up Russell J. Gould, and absolutely, Russell's legit as it gets. He literally took over the Title IV flag in '99 after one of the bankruptcies was over because the deep staters are freaking ignorant. They don't understand what actual law is. They've been, untouchable for actually they've been living under our shirt tails as state nationals, okay? Because until there's an injured party, there's no crime, and we don't have any courts, okay? We haven't had a judge in this country since what, 1789, okay? Lincoln, what did he do? He postponed or put off habeas corpus in 1861, all right? Last Continental Congress, 1863, I think it was. So we've not had any law, okay? Everything has been legal, has been admiralty maritime law in this country. So the ignorance, it goes way back, you guys. And I mean, of course, my thought was it wouldn't have been hard back in the day to get this shit pushed through because hell, half the people couldn't read or write. I mean, they're writing X's down, right? But now that some of us have done the due diligence and learn what words mean, understand the nomenclature of the English language, understand that the English language it's a language of lies. It was created to support Black's Law and the Admiralty and Maritime Law that they were trying to cover the whole goddamn world with. You see through it, okay? So anyways, this is going to be a short one, but I hope that helps. Keep sending the suggestions, you guys. Appreciate them. Later.